You've heard the line, XRP isn't decentralized. Ripple controls everything. Forums repeat it, headlines repeat it, influencers repeat it. It's a sticky narrative because it sounds simple. Ripple has a lot of XRP, plus Ripple publishes a validator list. Equals it must be centralized, right? But simple doesn't mean it's correct. Today, we're separating narrative from reality because when you actually look at the architecture, the validator data, and the governance model, the decentralization claim doesn't just fall apart, it flips completely. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why the XRP Ledger may actually represent one of the cleanest, most purpose-built decentralization models in finance and why critics keep missing it. Quick reminder, this channel is for people who prefer signal over noise. We follow flows, facts, and architecture, not the headlines. So let's get into it. So why do people think XRP is centralized in the first place? There's two big myths that fuel this narrative. Myth number one, Ripple holds a lot of XRP, therefore they control the network. And myth number two, Ripple chooses the validators, therefore it's a company database. On the surface, that logic works. In TradFi, own the majority of the equity, control the company. Pick the board, control the decisions. But blockchains don't follow corporate governance logic, especially not the XRP ledger. So let's break down why these comparisons fail. We need to understand what actually determines control on the XRP ledger. Myth number one, token holdings equal network control. That's true on proof of stake change. It is not true on XRP ledger. XRP is not staked. Validators don't earn rewards. Coin ownership does not grant voting power. Holding XRP gives you economic purpose, not governance authority. Owning a lot of dollars doesn't let you change Federal Reserve policy. Owning XRP doesn't let you change the ledger rules. Ripple's holdings equals financial stake. Validators equal network control. Two completely separate systems. The second myth is that Ripple controls the validators. Today, the XRP Ledger has 150 plus independent validators, including universities, infrastructure companies, exchanges like Bitstamp and GateHub, and even independent operators globally. Ripple runs one validator and has been reducing that footprint over time. The network uses a UNL, unique node list, and everyone can choose their own. Ripple publishes a recommended list the same way Red Hat recommends trusted Linux repos. People choose it because it's vetted, not because they must. And the control threshold? 80% validator agreement for 2 weeks to change anything. Ripple couldn't force a protocol change even if they wanted to. This consensus is by independent infrastructure, not corporate decree. We need to talk about what XRP was actually designed for. XRP Ledger is purpose engineered for high throughput settlement, low cost, predictability, safety first. It's not trying to be Bitcoin's mining model or Ethereum's staking model. Different problem, different architecture. Fast ledger closes, typically 3 to 5 seconds. Energy footprint, negligible if nothing. Fixed supply, no inflation. Actually, it's a deflationary asset. XRP is burned with every transaction. And when something looks wrong, the network halts by design, doesn't shut down. Integrity over uptime. That's what financial rails require. This isn't decentralization theater, it's decentralization engineered for finance. Decentralization isn't static, it evolves. XRP Ledger Foundation is supporting governance. Ripple steadily is stepping back from validation. XAO and DAO are launching in 2025 for community funding and proposals. Infrastructure decentralization is reality, not marketing. 10 years of uptime, billions of transactions, and no single entity controlling the network. That's what matters. Critics frame XRP as centralized because they have the mental model wrong. They compare it to equity structures, they apply POS logic where it doesn't exist, they assume Ripple publishes validators means that Ripple controls the validators. Reality is ownership does not equal control, and validators are independent. 80% of global supermajority governance is what covers the XRP ledger. Ripple runs one validator in a global set. Decentralization isn't about slogans, it's about who can change the rules. On XRP Ledger, no single player can, not even Ripple. That's decentralization by design, not opinion. If you value this type of fact-based crypto analysis and not the hype cycles, hit subscribe, smash the like button, and leave a comment for me. It really helps the channel and it lets YouTube know that this is the type of content that we want to see. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Later.